Hello, and welcome to Wrenn and Friends, Psychic Talk Radio. I'm your hostess, psychic medium, Mary Beth Wrenn. Welcome back. I've been away for a little while, but today is the debut of my brand new book, and you can see it back there. But better yet, I'll bring it to the camera. And Dave said, bring it to the camera closer, so if you can see this. It's called The Good Morning. Notice how I spelled morning? Yep. The Good Morning is a book anthology of stories co-written by my friend Patsy Davis. You can see it there. And she and I interviewed clients of mine throughout the years. And what we did was created an anthology of about 20 or so stories of good morning stories from the other side. These are not ghost stories that will scare you. Otherwise, they're going to be stories that will empower you, get you up out of bed, get you moving, and to remind you that love never dies. So the book is available on Amazon.com and Amazon.uk.com. Sorry, guys out there, I not quite know the websites out there yet, but you can find it on your local Amazon. How's that? So book's available, or you can get it autographed from yours truly and Patsy Davis. There, Patsy Davis. Shout out to Patsy Davis. She, that girl rocks. And we'll autograph for you. Also, speaking of shout outs, I want to give a shout out to Shelby, who's maintaining the chat room for the half hour for our show at Wrenn and Friends at the Ask One Radio Network. And of course, my friend Mark, who's listening in Charlotte, and my sister and mother who are visiting from New York City and Abu Dhabi. Yep, UAE. So shout out to Marion and Mom. My biggest fan is my mother. She listens to all talk radio. And of course, I want to give a great big shout out to the best people in the whole world. And these are my listeners to this show. Wrenn and Friends Psychic Talk Radio is a show for you. And this is the show where I answer your questions. So just before we get started, another little quick shout out to a friend, a new Facebook friend in Australia, Rhonda from Down Under. Rhonda, she's in the chat room right now. I'm sure she's chatting with Shelby. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out to her. So Dave, thank you for putting lyrics in my head here. Dave, my producer in the background, has been singing tunes and getting it stuck in my head from the songs Car Wash, the Macarena, and it's just because I typed in a little lyric of Wake Up, Sleepy Jean, oh, what can it mean? Daydream Believer, and a Homecoming Queen. And now I have my entire listening audience listening to the Monkees. I know, I love music, you know that. So, okay, Dave, who have we got as our first caller for our show tonight? Okay, it looks like we are going to have callers calling in. As a matter of fact, I want to talk the phone number to call, especially if you're in North America, is 1-888-454-2751. That's 1-888-454-2751. And of course, you can also call in from London, Sydney, and the UK. And I was just talking to another friend of mine, and he was telling me that the UK has a little bit of a heat wave. I think you're talking in the 80s and 90s. He said something about 20 degrees Celsius, but I'm in the United States. I have no idea what that would mean. So that, I hope you guys have some cool glasses of, who knows, ale or whatever to drink over there. So have a good time. Let's see here. All right, Dave's got Dina from Okeechobee, Florida. I can say that word. At least it's not like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Tatooine.
It's actually
Dina.
Seminole Indian language.
How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. I could take the line from Dave Ramsey, but he's a terrific guy and I won't. So I will just say that I'm having a fantastic day and evening. So, Dina, you've got my full attention. What can I do for you this evening?
I have been struggling over a relationship for over a year, and I still want it back.
Oh.
I've never had a relationship like that in my life, and I'm X years young, and I can't get past wanting that back or healing, but I want it back.
Dina, I got to tell you something. Energetically speaking, you never lost it. All that man did was reflect your inner heart. He didn't make you do anything different that you already had. What you may be missing that you think is in him is really inside you. Now, maybe he'll come back, maybe he won't, but I can tell you something. As I look at your gorgeous aura, I see a red and yellow aura beaming from your heart. That color tells me that you're a natural-born teacher or a student of life, which means you just love to learn. And I sense that as you reach back out into life itself, I do feel that you are going to be coming in contact. Now, I'm getting a name. I get a name of Danny. Now, this could be a last name, first name. You know what? My office is in Davidson, so maybe it's a town. Don't really know if there's a Danny town in Florida, but what I'm saying to you is that I do see another great relationship coming down the pike, if you will. And I feel like this zodiac time of Aries, which would be like late March, early April, is going to be a time period where you're going to meet him. I keep seeing this sense of teaching. Now watch you end up being a nursery school teacher. I don't think Danny's 2 years old. Okay. But you know what? My producer behind the scene here has just told me that there is a Dany, Florida, a Dany. I won't quit my day job, I promise.
I don't know.
Well, if you find it, go find the restaurants in the area and be an Epicurean. Anyway, what I'm saying to
I
you,
really can't think of how that name comes in right now.
I know you're really hung up on your guy. I can feel it.
I
Thing
am.
is,
So.
Yeah, you're lovesick. And
no, I don't think I've ever loved until him. Like, truly loved and wanted to share things with every day, and I don't know. It's just different from past relationships.
Okay, all I need is a first name. That's it. Don't tell me anything else. Just the first name.
Shane.
That's all. That's all I need. Don't say anything else. This is live video and radio, and you don't need Shane all over the world. So just just the first name. Hold on. You ready for the I want to say the psychic truth, but if you don't want to hear it, don't ask. But here it goes.
I
right. The first impression I get is that Shane may have something to do with headaches, or something's going on around his head. I get the impression he's complaining about stress headaches. It might be blood pressure. I do feel that there was some kind of breakup, but it had to do with a medical reason. I'm not quite sure. Now, when I see the colors of red and orange, can indicate anger. So he may have a bit of an anger streak. And you know what? Sometimes, well, it's every time, we may think we know what we want, but God will tell you what you need. I'm going to sound like Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones, but you may want to start singing that song. But I sense that he's got an anger streak that's just a little too uncomfortable for you, other people. I know he brought the best out in you, but I really feel like he brought what you've already had in you.
Right.
I believe in the law of reflection. And the law of reflection stands for your life is a direct reflection of what your heart projects. So if you're happy inside your heart in the first place, you're going to be happy in life. And so I feel like the Shane person amplified who you really are. So Shane was a gift, but now that he's moved on, you have a choice. You can either learn with that lesson and take it to a higher grade of like a higher standard of man, or be stuck on your first grade teacher in love. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, honey. The first card that came up is the Tower card. I'm sorry. The Tower card indicates breakups, cheating on, disaster, a mess. Dina, you deserve much better. Much better.
Shane didn't cheat. It wasn't a disaster type. No.
I wish, I mean, I feel like if I say to you, no, I feel like if I say to you he's coming back to you, I feel like you just rub the cat fur backwards. The energy's all wrong. No?
Mm-hmm. Right.
If you are willing to look ahead to the future, you're going to find that, yeah, okay, here you go. Now I hear the word Christopher. So maybe you're going to meet a guy who's named Compact Disc, because I'm seeing CD or DC. Maybe he's from Washington. I'm just kidding. But, yep, it's showing me Aries, late March, early April next year. It is also showing me an Earth sign, a Virgo. I hope you're compatible. Dina, what's your birthday?
It's February 6th. I'm Aquarius.
Oh, me too. We rock.
Yeah.
You know what that means. We think about 70 years of advance from everybody else, and everybody else has to catch up with us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just know that you're quirky and unique and wonderful, and people will figure it out.
Quirky.
Takes one to know one. And you know what?
Yeah.
When you meet that special guy, he's going to understand your quirkiness, your uniqueness, and your weirdness. Because you are no cookie cutter.
Right now is I'm first part of I'm 47, and this is the first time in my life when I truly, truly wanted a partner, a companion.
Don't ever give up. Do you understand that before you ever get to the final copy, you have to have a rough draft?
I figured that's what the last 27 or so years was.
You're young. You're only 27. It's okay. Listen,
I'm 47.
You act like you're 27. Honey,
I
you
know,
got plenty of time.
That's what's in my brain, I guess.
Okay, you need a positive mindset change. That's where you got to start with. You got to start with your core and then move out from there. I'm seeing a lot of positive impact in your future, but I'm so sorry to tell you, I am not seeing it's the guy from your past. So at least this is a reading for free, because I know you may not have liked it if you paid for it, but that's what I see. So, Dina, you give me a holler back in the future, especially when you meet him, and send pictures.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take good care of yourself.
Thank you. I will.
My name is Psychic Medium Mary Beth Wrenn. You are listening to Wrenn and Friends Psychic Talk Radio on the Ask One Radio Network. You can call in the radio show. I'm old school. Okay, TV show at 1-888-454-8855. 2751. And of course, you can also call in overseas. And the phone numbers are located through Facebook at Ask One Radio or the website Ask One Radio Network. No, askoneradio.com. So again, you can call in the United States and North America at 1-888-454-2751. And don't forget, you can also check in with the chat room and chat with Shelby, ask questions, find out about new events. And speaking of new events, I have another Messages from the Other Side gallery here in a little town called Annapolis. For everybody in the United States, it's like Annapolis, Maryland with a K. So if you're a Star Trek person, that would be like Klingon, Annapolis, like Mortastakos, or Death Before Dishonor if you're a Star Trek fan. Hi, as I am. So I could speak Klingon, but I won't. That would be scary. I'm sure by now my sister's rolling her eyes and thinking, oh, Lord, I don't know that woman. But anyway. All right, Dave. Who have we got next to the Wrenn and Friends Psychic Talk Radio? Looks like we've got Laura calling in from my old hometown, Charlotte, North Carolina. Laura, welcome to Wrenn and Friends Psychic Talk Radio.
Hi, Mary Beth.
TV. Hiya. Why do I know you?
How are you?
I know you. I'm good.
No.
Your energy
I've heard
feels
of you, but
familiar.
no, we haven't met.
Maybe it's your accent.
Probably.
You know how we're all so friendly down in Charlotte. Yes, sugar, y'all.
Yeah, I do.
What can I do to help you this evening?
Okay. Well, I've been thinking about starting my own spiritual business myself. And I'm leaning more towards like the healing aspect of it.
Okay.
But I wanted to see if you could, do anything, or if anybody comes through, you can always,
Absolutely.
If anybody pops in, you can let me know. But that's my main thing I'm wanting to focus on is, I do have a full-time job. However, I want to do this, I want to do it full-time, but I know I can't start that way, of course. But that's
Not unless you want
to
eat. Not unless you want to eat Ritz crackers, peanut butter and jelly, and granola for about 4 or 5 years. Just
right.
kidding. But at least you'll eat healthy. Anyway,
True.
Laura, the first thing I see in your aura is a violet color. So that tells me that you have a sensitivity and a psychic ability on top. And I'm sensing that you've got a little bit of a block in the throat chakra. So I'm feeling like you're having a difficult time communicating your healing messages to your clients in the future. I am seeing you working in the massage therapy industry and maybe even Reiki or acupressure. Whether you do acupuncture, sure, you could check it out. I see in your past life you have done acupuncture, but I'm feeling that in this lifetime you will be in some kind of tapping. I'm blanking. What's that word? Tony Robbins does it. NLP? No, the tapping thing. EFT,
yeah, I know what you're
emotional
talking
freedom
about,
technique.
but,
Okay. I could have said ELO, but that's a band. So I won't quit my DJ job. But anyway, I am seeing. Okay, I see you establishing yourself in the spiritual industry. Now, do you know where Dilworth is in Charlotte? Yeah. Okay. International listeners, hold on. I just got to talk locally to this lady. Okay. I'm seeing
you're
you
going to say
in
the bag lady.
Yes. I feel like you're going to establish. I feel like you're going to establish.
They moved to 4th Street, actually.
Okay. But I still
I didn't
see
know
you
that
on.
They emailed me that, but
I see you on East Boulevard area.
okay.
So I feel like you hone in there, maybe be able to share an office with someone else. I'm also going to say that I see approximately about 2 year, 3 year time period for you to feel confident to go into part-time with your job and a little
Okay.
stronger in your spiritual work.
Okie
Okay.
dokie.
So that is what I'm getting with you. So now I'm curious, what type of healing work do you specialize in?
I haven't done any yet, but what I've been doing is I've been practicing online with online groups, giving readings.
Okay.
I've been also practicing at a local place in our area,
Very good.
and so just to get my feet wet. And
Good.
so I'm up and coming, so it's not going to happen tomorrow or anything. But Spirit's pushing me. And it's like, you need to do it. Don't be scared. Just go fly. Is what
Definitely
I'm getting.
work.
And, of course, I'm, got to let go of the fear and all of that. But I think it's more of, okay, what do I do first? What angle am I going to, what clients do I want?
Right on.
So
You got to develop that.
But I have, like, people keep telling me I'm a healer. Sometimes with animals as well, which I love animals. So that's another thing. I'm like, well, I don't know. Animals aren't on the internet. They can't call me on the phone.
Their owners can. And you could read right through to the animals, through the owners, because it's about love.
Right.
And you're tuning into the energy of love.
Right.
And if the connection between the person who has the pet and the person the person itself, if they have an open channel, you'll have no problem getting in touch with the pet. Let me tell you a funny story that happened to me at a psychic fair about a year ago. This woman sat down with me across the way, and I heard as clear as day, I got an image of in my head of a German Shepherd, and I heard Zany, Zany. And then I heard Howard Street. And I thought, what? Why is this dog talking to me? So, of course, I made it, do you know a person named Amy instead of Zany? Because I thought I was crazy. Well, I should have just stayed with my first impression, because I finally said, ma'am, makes no sense, but I'm seeing a German Shepherd. And the German Shepherd's telling me his name is Zany, and he's to tell you Howard Street. And this woman went white as a sheet. And she told me that 20 years ago, she lost her best friend after she had gotten divorced. She needed a companion, and she got a German Shepherd. And his name was Zany, and they lived on Howard Street. And it's all about love.
Right.
So
yeah, animals can bring so much pleasure and so much comfort to everyone. So
that's right. You are going to be just fine. So I'm going to give you a word of advice. Get the hell out of your own way and do it.
Yep. I just got to do it. I know.
Yes.
Easier said than done. But
oh, you're only making it difficult. Stop that.
I know. But
okay. Well, thank you
I just want to say your
much.
book looks really beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna do a free plug. So here we go again. Okay, everybody. I hope you can see it. Good morning. And there's my angel. And shout out to Dave, our book cover guy. Dave, you're a miracle worker. And there it is, Mary Beth Wrenn and Patsy Davis. This woman is an excellent writer. There you go. Patsy Davis. There you go. So Patsy Davis and I wrote the Good Morning. I was about to say my other book title, but that's not the case. My other book title, in case you want to buy that, is called Soul's Goals, and that's on Amazon.com too. But it's a nice book. Nice, like somebody says it has nice gutters. I said that sounded so wrong, but it talks about being able to be held in your hand. And there's the back. So Amazon.com. Nice gutters. My producer in the back is making me blush. I'm going to get him. I'm going to start singing the Macarena again, or Car Wash, or I'll start singing Inagata Davida. I'll drive him nuts with that song. Anyway. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening to the Wrenn and Friends Psychic Talk Radio. I'm your hostess, psychic medium, Mary Beth Wrenn. You can find out my website by looking down below on my graphics. Okay, there it is, marybethwrenn.com. You can see it there. And let's see, I have anything else? Shelby, thank you for running the chat room. You did a great job. And don't forget, reality is what you make it. So make sure you make it the very best. Ain't that right, Dina? Still listening in Florida? Take care, y'all. Have a wonderful week. And I'll see you next week. Thank you very much for listening.